Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
So the next thing I want to do is to take my IM-13 and I'm going to prove to myself and anybody else that's doubting that the meter or the 12AU7 is good in this meter by basically putting a balanced circuit. See if I can find this. Yeah, okay. A balanced circuit on here. You'll notice the on this side of the triode there's a 10 meg resistor to ground. Okay. Well, what I plan to do is to take this one out of the circuit and put a 10 meg resistor across here. In other words, this is exactly the same circuit on both sides in. So if the meter zeros in the center of the zero adjust, that means that the 12AU7 is balanced. It's a balanced tube. A lot of people have said that the 12AU7 is causing this problem. I don't believe that. Like I said, and that's my way of proving that. Of course, it may prove me wrong, but like I said, that's my plan, is to put a 10 meg resistor over here to ground and take that out of the circuit, so I have a balanced circuit. I mean, it's the same on both sides. And then if the meter doesn't zero then, which I'm pretty sure it will because it already does zero in certain ranges, then we'll have a problem. But then I would then highly suspect that too. But like I said, I don't think it's going to be the case. So we'll do that next, and I'll bring you back for that in a little bit. All right, I have a little experiment set up here. What I did was take a another 10 ohm resistor, 10 meg ohm resistor, and I cut out the. I'm going to put a little diagram here of what I did. Okay, what we have here is a section of the IM-13 VTVM schematic. This section here deals with the 12AU7. What you can see is right now the one side of the tube is connected to a 10 meg ohm resistor, goes to ground, and the other side is connected to a 3.3 meg ohm resistor and goes off to other parts of the circuit, which is actually the input from the probe, goes to the range switch and things like that. Now my goal here is to prove a point, and like I said, what I want to do is take and disconnect the 3.3 meg ohm resistor out of the circuit and completely eliminate that. And what I'm going to substitute back in there is another 10 meg ohm resistor to ground. Okay, so as you can see now that if you look at that circuit, it is completely balanced. It's the same on both sides. There's two 10 meg ohm resistors, and there's two caps across them to ground, exactly the same. So right now this is what they call a balanced circuit, and when you turn it on, it should the meter should be at zero. Okay, so that's the way it should work. Back to the video. And basically what I want to see if the meter zero. I've got these zero adjust meter zero adjust control pretty much in the middle of its range. I counted how many turns it took to get from one end to the other, and then I divided it in two and then put it there. So this should matter at all because that's not even in the circuit. We'll verify that too. But basically what I'm going to do is see if this meter zeros, and the only thing in here, this circuit now to adjust the balance of that tube is this control here and anything in that circuit. So that eliminates everything except for anything on the other side of that line. So you'll see what I say when I do that. So let's turn it on here. DC plus. Basically, it's just running through clip leads to this 10 meg ohm resistor. And as it warms up, let's see if I've got my tubes in there. They're in there. They're lighting up, as they should. Right now, it's not moved any. I'm going to verify that I've got my other tube in there. I took them out a couple times. Okay, I don't have that tube in there. That's not going to be a very good test without the tube. I don't know what it is about this thing there. Always hard to do. Let's see. It's the right tube, but I don't know if that's the. I thought I threw the bad one away, but I might not have. I don't remember. Let's see if we can turn this up here. This is a good way of testing the tubes too, by the way. There we go. Now we'll leave it sit this way. You can see the meter a little bit better. Let's put this around here, put it out of the way. Got too much stuff. Too much stuff. I had this meter down here to check the value of the resistor. I wanted to get it as close as I could, which I did. There. Now we're still in our test is still valid. We have our resistor here. It's clip leaded in. I've cut the other one out, and again I'm going to turn this on. This time with a tube in there, and see what happens. See the power light's on. Right now the meter is down that way, looks like, just by the looks of it. Tubes are lighting up. Again, I don't know if that's a bad tube or not. If it's a bad tube, it's going to show up pretty quick, and I won't be able to zero the meter. So let's see what we got here. So yeah, I think that's the bad tube. Oop. There you can see I did zero the meter. It's not obviously in the middle of that range anymore. I think that shows the imbalance of the tube. If you ever try to find a tube for these, you need a balanced triode. They work the best because they will be pretty much balanced compared to everything else. But you can see it does zero. It does drift a little bit too. So that's, and it doesn't matter what range I'm on because the range has no effect on it. I took the range control out of the picture completely. Okay, so that balances. Let's try another tube. I think there's another tube that balances much better than this one. Here it is over here, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So let me unplug this real quick. Well, it won't be real quick, but you know what I mean. Take this tube out. Now I'm going to put this back in the center of the range again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Let's see if we can get this tube in here without getting too complicated. Alright, back up, hook it up. Now I should be able to zero this one a little bit closer to the it's going up and comes back down. That's normal for this meter. Should be. So we can see there's a difference in the tubes already. So, alright, that's pretty much steadied out. Now let's zero this one out. Let's go down this way. Alright, there's 0. I'm still quite a ways away from the thing, I think. Yeah, see, I don't know that I was in the middle. I might not have been in the middle to begin with. There's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit more. Yeah, that's a lot closer. So that proves my point on the tubes. The tube's fine. The problem is in this range switch. I haven't got too far on that yet, other than to find out the various resistance readings of with the range switch in different positions. But I did want to prove that to myself and to anybody else who doubted the fact that the tubes were good. As you can see, it zeroes fine with the balanced circuit. So that's all I need to prove for that. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.